In this video, we are going to host a real HTML page website on our AWS EC2 instance and access it live from the browser in just few minutes. In the previous video, we learned how to connect to EC2 in multiple ways. Today, we will use SSH to connect and host our first live website. To host a first website, we can launch a AWS EC2 instance via AWS console, connect via SSH to that created EC2, then install Nginx, which is a lightweight and popular web server used to host websites. So to install Nginx for the Amazon Linux AMI, we can use sudo yum command to install Nginx and start and enable the process. And if it is for Ubuntu AMI, please make sure that you are installing it via sudo apt since yum is not supported on the Ubuntu. Then we can verify that port 80 is added in our security group, or if not, you can add it. Then access the website via HTTP and our IP. Come, let's get started on the demo. So for hosting a website, first we can launch a EC2 in a real quick time. So we can name it demo website server. So I'm choosing the AMI as Linux, Amazon Linux, and the instance type as t3.micro. I will select my key pair on the existing one, and I have a existing security group which I have created on the earlier demos. So I will choose that one, and the EBS can be a default one. So we can launch it. Please wait till your status check is being passed. So the status check is being passed for our newly created EC2. Now let's quickly connect the IP via SSH. For it, we can, so we have that key file in our local, so we can use the command ssh -i, the demo key, and ec2 -user, since this is the user created as a default in the Amazon AMI, and we can paste our IP. So this will ask for the fingerprint, so we can do as, and yes, we have entered into our EC2. So if you see sudo systemctl status Nginx, so the Nginx service is not found since it is not installed earlier. So we can quickly install it. So sudo yum update -y. So this is the command to update the packages of the Amazon AMI. So this step is mandatory before installing any of the packages you want. So once it is completed, we can quickly do sudo yum install Nginx. Why? If you want to bypass this Nginx without giving s, you can just add -y. This will automatically install without asking our permission. So now we can do sudo systemctl start Nginx. So this will start the Nginx process, and we want to enable this Nginx. So we do sudo systemctl enable Nginx. Boom, that's it. So we can go here and do http copy our public IP and do. So this is the default welcome from the Nginx. So you can modify it via sudo nano user share Nginx html index.html. We can just go in and we can do a welcome to, just you can change it to any of your wish. I just don't want these blah blah blah, so I'm deleting this and I will add my own HTML tag here. So I will add a quick tag. So for saving it, you can press Ctrl X and do Y. and enter. So now you can just go to the host and do a refresh button here, and yeah, so this is how we will launch a HTML page website using Nginx. So you need to make sure that your security group is added with the inbound rule of 80. So if this is not been enabled, then our web page will not be loaded here. Let me show you quickly. So if I am going to edit this and delete this and do a save rule, and you can see here it will be keep on loading, and at some point of time it shows that it is not reachable. So always make sure that your port 80 is being added to the inbound rule of your security group that is attached to our EC2. So if you want to launch the EC2 without installing all these steps manually, we can do one more quick demo on the user data, a concept called user data. So I will show a quick demo on it too. So I will just terminate this instance. Always make sure that you clean every resources that you use once it is done. If it is not really used, please delete it then and there. Else AWS will make us to pay for launching. So I will name it as a demo server automation, and the Amazon Linux AMI can be there, and the instance type is t3.micro, and I will choose my existing key pair, and for the security group I will do demo SD Hyderabad, and on the advanced details tab, you on the bottom of the page you will find something called user data. So this is the one where we can add our steps to install our packages while starting the instance itself, instead of um, adding or installing via SSH. So we can add it like so. It should be this is very important, since the user data will accept this as a shell file. So we can manually, instead of installing it manually, we will write the steps here, so that while launching EC2 it will automatically install the packages that we have here. So yeah, then we can quickly launch the instance here. So it is initializing. Let's wait for it. So the status check is passed for our new server. So let's quickly try to connect. We have installed all these steps via user data. We can just go and check it is installed and our web page is visible. So here you can notice one thing, that our website is keep on loading. If you are a new beginner to DevOps, it is a good troubleshooting that we can look at our security group that port 80 is being added. So I have removed on the last demo, so we'll add it here. So edit inbound rules and add rule on, this is a HTTP, so port 80, and it is anywhere IP4. So save rule. So now you can see that port 80 is being added. So do a refresh on this page, it should list it here. As you see that port 80 is being added. Now let's quickly try to reload, and yeah, so without manually installing the Nginx or changing the HTML file, we have done a script using the user data while launching the EC2, and thus we have launched our first HTML page website. So similarly, this is very initial one. So similarly, we can launch websites or web applications using EC2, and that's it. We have successfully hosted our first live website on AWS EC2. In this video, we have launched an EC2 instance, automated the server setup using user data, installed Nginx, and made our website accessible over the internet using the public IP address. This is one of the most important practical steps in understanding how cloud servers work in real-world projects. The best part here is we did this in a simple and automated way as well, which is exactly how modern DevOps and cloud environment works. If this video helped you learn something new, please support the channel by liking this video and subscribe to Tech Arivu. See you in the next video. Thank you.